Hello, my name is Marie Brown and I live in Zone 6 of the USA. I'm going to give you a tour of my winter cottage garden. The snow that you're viewing is coming from Winter Storm Max. It's a major snowstorm that's all the way up the eastern seaboard of the United States. And in the area I live in, we're getting our part of it right now. You can see the ivy behind and the snow on the ivy covered fence. All my flower pots are covered up with snow. There's a view of the house and the bird feeders. You can see the rhododendrons are covered with snow as well. You can see my sister's house there next door. There's a mockingbird on the bird feeder. Snow's all in the cedar trees and the pine trees and all my shrubbery. That's a view of my log cabin with all the snow on the roof. That's a view down towards the main channel of the lake. The lake's down this winter because they're repairing the dam, so the lake is very low. There were gulls all over the lake yesterday, but they flew away when the storm came. I haven't seen many gulls today. That's a canoe that I plant flowers in the summertime, and I grow vines on the fence there. There's a view of my dock. The lake normally comes right up to that dock, all the way up to where you see the shrubbery growing. You can see how far down the lake is. There's my red window boxes. That's a view of the oak trees that surround my home, covered with the snow. We have many oak trees around our home. There's a view of the lake bottom, and my family's homes on the other side of the lake. My brothers, sisters, nieces, nephews, cousins, all living in all those houses you see on the other side. My grandpa used to own all of that. There's my swing, and you'll see a view of the top. The birds like to get there on top of that swing and watch for me to bring food out for them. I also put food under the swing when the weather's bad because it's a good place where they can actually eat. There's the blue jays. Cardinal. It's a dove resting on the fence. I dug that out there so that the birds could actually get to the ground, the ones that like to ground feed. So you'll see several birds there on the ground feeding. I throw mealworms out for the robins. You'll see the robins here in a minute. They love to eat the mealworms. I throw dried mealworms out in the winter. There's a cardinal after the sunflower seed that I threw on the ground. And there's the robin eating the mealworms. There's a picture of the birds under the swing eating some of the feed that I put out there for them. They kind of feel protected down under there, and they like to get down under there and eat off the ground. That's a huge northern flicker there beside of that red-bellied woodpecker, and I really don't know how much that thing weighs, but it is a monster compared to the other birds. Even the other northern flickers are not as big as that northern flicker. I do not know why it is so much bigger than the other birds. I guess some of them get that big, or it wouldn't be that big. It looks as big as a chicken. It's really, you would think a bird that big would be aggressive, but it's not. It's pretty mild-mannered. Notice when that starling comes in there, it moved over for it, and it didn't try to fight it. It just gave it room. Pretty nice bird. There's the squirrel. The squirrels have a home there above the feeder. There's a walnut tree that's the woodpeckers made a big hole in, and then the squirrels took it over and they've made a big nest. I believe one of the squirrels is pregnant because she carried leaves half a day last week filling the hole up, so I'm thinking she's going to have babies pretty soon. There's my squirrel proof bird feeder. I don't know how many of you all have one of those, but there it is. And there's some still shots here at the last of some of the still shots that I've taken of the birds on the feeders or in the trees. Just a few of those. That's a goldfinch. And there's the blue heron. Thanks for watching.